Sounds good. Go to my
Let me see. Let me see.
account.
I haven't showed me live yet. There we go. Wait.
You go to live here, right there.
There we go.
Can you hear it?
Let me see. Yep.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep.
You can hear me well, right?
Yep.
All right,
That sounds good.
all right. Hold the phone, and we're gonna start this video. Welcome to the channel, everybody. This is my live video of the month of March, and today we're gonna talk about how to be a good technician, a good mechanic. I think that is a question that I get a lot of many of my viewers. That they want to be a good technician, good mechanics, and they probably are afraid how to be a good technician or good mechanic. So today I'm gonna talk about that because it is not just to be a good mechanic or good technician. You cannot be just a good mechanic just because you are working on your trucks or because you have experience in previous years working on trucks. To be a good mechanic, a good technician, it requires more than that. And sometimes even for good mechanics, experienced mechanics, even for that kind of people, still it's very hard to fix problems. And today I'm going to show you some examples on what it's like to be a good mechanic, and the experience that you have to be a recognized mechanic, and the skills that you have to create to yourself to actually be able to recognize when it is time to put a lot of effort or when it is time to bring more skills to you so you can be a better mechanic. So in this case, we are at my shop and we have a lot of working here, but let's go to that truck, the golden truck. I'm gonna talk about the problem that I had with that truck. So that truck came with a issue. Then was it was not starting at all, and it went to a couple shops and they couldn't fix it. But I got it running now. It is running, and also it has some region problems which are fixed already. Um, we have the DDL connected to it, and we have all these fault codes in it. So I already fixed all these. It's a lot of work to fix all these, but I already fixed all that. So and that's what I'm going to talk about. This is this truck right here. Let me turn it off. Okay, this truck right here came with a problem. Then the CPC, which is this one right here. This is the CPC. I know you guys know about the CPC because it's being stolen many times. The CPC didn't have power. That's the reason why I have this connection here, this little, I don't know how this is called, but anyway. I repaired this cable here because I was working on it and I was trying to test the power and all that. So it goes beyond that. The problem goes beyond that because the actual problem that this truck had was the whole harness. The cabin harness was bad. That's the reason why all this is removed, all that over here in the bottom area. See, I was looking for the short and this harness had somewhere, but I couldn't find it nowhere. And at the end, the short on this harness was in here. It was in here. See, this is the repair I did right here. Here was the short on the harness, and I went and I fixed it. Um, but to find these problems is not so easy. You need a lot of experience, and more than just experience, you need patience and knowledge. Um, in my case, my personal case, I don't really use schematics because I don't have access to schematics, to be honest. So most of the things I do is based on my own experience, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, this repair right here um, is just a broken wire, and when you take a truck to a shop, um, or a mechanic receive a truck from a customer, most of the time they say, "Hey, you know what? My truck has a short somewhere, has a problem, but it's just a broken wire." Yeah, of course, it is just a broken wire, but where the short is, that is the biggest issue. And in newer companies, newer manufacturers are creating tools to easily identify shorts in wirings, but still it is not that easy because in this case we have a bunch of wires together and it's very hard to identify which is the cable that is broken. So you have to rip the whole harness apart in order to find the cable that is the one broken, even though then you have the tool to identify where is the broken wire, but you still have to physically remove many components to be able to get and repair that. And with the modern tools, so as I say, we have modern tools that connects to one end of the harness and then to the other end, or just to one end, and then you follow the signal of this tool to see where the short is. But if the short is somewhere in here, the tool is not going to be able to find it because you won't be holding the tool all the way in here the dashboard. You have to have the tool very close to the wiring, and that's when it comes the experience. So if you rely your experience only on tools, you probably not gonna be able to understand how to repair trucks 100%. So that's why sometimes it's better not to use um, information on how to repair a truck. It's not really good to use tools. It's better to use your brain so that way you can use 100% of the experience you have to create a new experience to repair a problem like this. If you wonder how long it took me to find the problem without using many, just using basic tools, use a Power Pro just to test power and that's it. It took me around like 1 day and a half to find the short right here after going all over. So this line right here, that power line comes from this fuse right here. So I had to fix this fuse because this doesn't supposed to be here. So this fuse is the one that submits power to the ECM, I mean to the MCM, to the CPC, to the ACM, to the TCM, and to the shift lever, the one that does the shifting. So all this power comes from one fuse, and that is to me that's kind of like a stupid design for these trucks because if this fuse right here has no power, which is right, it goes right here, this fuse has no power, the whole truck will have no power. So the engine computer won't have power, the emission computer won't have power, the transmission computer won't have power, the cabin computer won't. So that means then you cannot even start the truck at all. It won't give you any type of light or anything. So that is really bad for in my opinion because at least you have to have a fuse for one individual thing, a fuse for the computer, the engine computer, a fuse for the emission computer, a fuse for the transmission. So in case that breaks, at least you can find the problem with the computer. So if this fuse is not here, like if for some reason it breaks or for some reason it's not getting power, I am not able to even know what kind of problem I'm getting because the computer, the software is not even able to connect to the system at all. Hi, yes, 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 I'm sure. I go free, no problem, no problem.
Bye.
um, yes, I'm saying about, and that's the something I don't really like. So anyway,
What do you charge for this type of repair?
well, that depends. I mean, okay, if you it depends on the problem. So most of the time the repairs are easy. Most of the time are hard, depending on the location. So in my case, if I look for something, I know what's the problem I'm getting, but where the exact location of that problem, that is the hard part. So let's say at this truck, um, an estimate, probably I can charge around between between $1,000 to 1,500, which is pretty cheap to repair a problem like this because uh, I am not replacing the wiring. If I take it to the dealer will replace the whole harness completely. Um, and uh, and the dealer will replace the whole harness completely, and also um, this the dealer is going to charge a lot of money. So to repair a problem like this, a very recognized shop will charge around like probably like between $5,000 to $10,000 or even more because the cabin harness for these trucks are like $5,000 just the cabin harness. So they will just replace the harness entirely. They won't waste time on trying to find the problem because for them it's easier to do that way. And I don't have nothing against that because hey, I mean they're the dealers, so they're gonna do things right. So the right repair to do is to replace the whole wiring, no matter what.
So that's for the whole job, or are you charging it hourly?
That's for the whole job. I charge
Okay,
for
no
the
problem.
job. I mean, like, I am not as expensive as you guys think. I won't charge like you know who, right?
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, you
We
know.
don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
mention his name. Uh, anyway, yes, I'm pretty affordable mechanic because that's one of the things. Just because you are a very experienced mechanic, just because you are a top of the line mechanic, doesn't mean that you're gonna go and charge thousands of dollars to repair. Don't be a fool. I mean, like, hey, I mean, you have to understand. And hey, if you are good, it's because you are good, not because you charge a lot of money. That's something that many mechanics don't understand, and they when they become good, because I know a lot of guys here around and they're good and they do good job, but still they're not 100%, and they charge a lot of money, and and that's not the point. I mean, if you wanna help, you help. If you just wanna charge, you tell that customer, hey, you know what, I wanna charge you this much. If the customer is agree with that, okay, it's cool. But if you want to help, you say, I want to help you. So that means that you want to hook this person up with a with a great deal, a great repair, and the vehicle is going to be reliable. So that's when you say, I want to help you. But when you're just going to charge, you just want to charge for something, then probably it's not even going to be worth the amount of money you charge. Um, and I think that's another topic about being a good mechanic because nowadays seems like a trucking industry is just a good way to make money for mechanics, and most mechanics don't even seem to understand how to repair these trucks. Um, as for example, I know at least like 20 guys, and I really know them pretty well here around in the area. And probably just one of those 20 guys are pretty good with computers. The other ones, they don't know anything about it. And they still charge a lot of money. Question?
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I see you smile.
Yeah,
And so,
I'll read some stuff, man.
okay.
Why are Freightliner trucks better to own than Kenworth trucks?
Freightliner are not better than Kenworths. Freightliners, hear me this. Freightliners are not better than Kenworths. Mm, there's no way. Kenworths, they're expensive. So that's the reason why Freightliners are considered better. But it's not because Freightliner is better. It's just because Freightliner is cheaper to maintain, and also you can get parts all over the country easier than a Kenworth. Still, you're gonna deal with parts problems here and there, but not like KWs and the high prices of KWs.
That's pretty much it.
Cool. So, well, I mean, but of course, right? Just because you are a good mechanic, as I say, you don't have to charge a lot of money. But if you do charge a lot of money, if you are a mechanic then charge a lot of money for your work, I understand. That's the reason why I tell a lot of people, a lot of mechanics around the area, then they are complaining about road service, then they charge a lot of money. And I know sometimes road service are charging too much money. But hey, sometimes they're working under the rain, sometimes they're working on the side of the road, sometimes it's snowing, and they still have to do the work. So I understand that point, and it's very tough for them to work, but that doesn't mean that they have to charge 3, 4 times more than what they're supposed to charge. But I mean, to each their own, I would say. I won't touch that much the road service area because the road service area is not my area. I don't do road service. I don't like road service, but I do road service if I have to. But that's not my area, so I won't touch that much. Got something?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool.
But you
Oh,
check around the shop. What's going on over there?
yeah, we have a couple trucks, but we're still talking about that. So, well, I will say then, if you want my advice to you, if you are a newer mechanic, then it is starting to be a mechanic on heavy duty trucks. My experience to you, my advice to you is then uh, to be to be a good mechanic, you have to have patience to understand the problems. If you get a problem that you cannot fix, just be patient. You will be able to understand the problem little by little. That's normal. I had that problem before when I was starting working on trucks. It's not like I just wanna be a good mechanic from the start. So we have to start somewhere. So I know it's pretty hard to fix problems, and it takes a lot of effort, a lot of time consuming. Like your mind gets overwhelmed, and you just wanna get done with it. But I get that point. I get that feeling. It's pretty hard. But if you really want to be a good technician, a good mechanic, don't give up. Just continue on trying to fix the problem. That's the key of any type of repair, any type of job you're doing. Just don't give up, and eventually you're gonna be able to be good, and you're gonna be able to repair a lot of problems, a lot of stuff. Then probably it was impossible to fix for some other mechanics, and you're gonna be able to do that. Um, so now that I'm here, probably I want to talk more about these cascadias. Then probably I have some owner operators uh, watching this video. So I wanna talk more about these cascadias. So let's go to the computer here. Um, so now that I have the oh okay. Now that I have the chance, we're gonna talk about this fault code. Let me get this. Uh, okay. So we're gonna talk about these fault codes right here. These ones right here. These three fault codes. These are fault codes that you're gonna get all the time when you have emission system problems. And these are a pain in the butt to actually fix, to get off. So you can see this fault code was active today. Okay, I just fixed it. So today is the 7th. Yeah. So and it is a lot of work you have to put into to actually. So I want to explain how to clear these codes. So if you get these codes, see these are the code numbers. These are the code numbers, and they are all related. So if this code comes on, eventually these other codes are going to come on, or they're going to come on in a group. So and probably this right here is the reason. Then then um, then the code is coming on. So to fix these issues, freeze, you have to look for a problem on the ACM. See, this is the ACM. So in this case, we had this issue SCR cross loop control at maximum limit, which means then the computer was registering then the emission levels were low. So any problem, if you have any problem with the emission computer, you have to fix that in order to fix these codes. If you want to fix these codes just because you see these codes and you want to fix them, there is no way to fix them. You have to do a process. So the first step, come over here to the ACM, look for a fault code. In this case, we have a fault code. And to clear this fault code, we have to do a regen and a SCR efficiency test. So for that, we have to go to the service routine, and then here we have to the DPF system. And DPF system, we have to do how you call a part regeneration right here. We do star, go lower, yeah, right now. So we're gonna click on part regeneration right here, and when I start this, the computer is gonna do its thing. So it's gonna do the whole region. After the region is done, so you wanna see here this right here, this temperature. That temperature, like this, yeah, like that. That temperature right here is the temperature that designates when the what is the temperature then the DPF needs to be clear and to clear codes. So in this case, this is the temperature. Once this system, the temperature right here reaches that temperature right here, it will quit the test, which is the park generation. And once this is done, we have to come all the way to SCR system right here, which is next to it. And we'll have this screen. And then we have to go and click to SCR here. This is the SCR test. And we have to start a SCR test. And once we start the SCR test, all this is going to turn green because these are the emission sensors, and it's gonna keep um, the temperature specific temperature of I think like 790 degrees. All these temperatures gotta be 700 and something degrees. So let's say this one is 790, this one is 780, this one is 707 and 70, and this one is 600. Let's say it's gotta be gradually going down. If if this temperature is 600 and then this one is 400 and this one is 600 again, that means that there is something wrong with this temperature. Um, if you have this temperature, then is 300, and then you have this one 600. There is something wrong here. So, but well, so you have to inspect that, and once you inspect that, you have to see the performance of the pump. This is the DF pump. You have to see how uh, how much the pump is applying the flow. So you wanna see this, then is the real time, this is the request. So this gotta be matching with this, and then you have this RPM. So here this RPM gotta be like 1100 to 1300. That will be the maximum. 1100 is the perfect amount, and then this one gotta be 145, and this one gotta be like 400 right here, and this one gotta be like less than 50, and this one gotta be about more than um, more than 60. And this one is just temperature, so this is just something information. So this right here, uh, see, this is when the test got started at 11:32. I think. Oh no, this one. Okay, right here. The test started at 10:22. That's when I started doing the test, and it ended up uh, at 12:03. So it took more than an hour. It took like 1 hour and 30 minutes to finish the test. And you have to leave the engine running. So you have to be sure and you have fuel, you have DEF, you have coolant, you have oil. All the systems are working correctly. If you have any problems with your engine, of course, this test is going to fail. And if you have any problems with fuel or something, of course, the test is going to fail. And that is things that you have to pay attention. So when you do a test like this, you have to not just to let the engine run. You have to physically be next to the truck to see how it's performing. If you see, if you hear a noise, if you see something coming out from the truck. Like for example, I'm gonna show you. See in this the pump in this truck because we have DF here. That is DF. So this one has a broken DF pump. So we have to fix that. Um, and you have to inspect for things like that. So if you are just repairing a truck and you are not paying attention to that, you definitely won't fix the truck. You just wanna be walking around like without knowing what you're doing. ¿Qué pasó? Venga. Sí. ¿Qué trae? ¿A quién andaba de esclavo hoy? Ayer. All right. Um, okay. So this, see, what I explained about this test is something that you have to do each time you do this repair. So when you are trying to clear a code like this, you have to do the whole thing. Like, of course, right? It's gonna take like around like 5 hours just to clear the code after you done the repair. So it's not including repair. So the repair probably is gonna be like around like let's say then this code right here was active because the DF pump was broken. In this case, the DF pump is the one that is located behind the tank right here. So we have to go underneath and replace the DF pump. And to replace the DF pump is going to be around like what, like 2 hours maximum. So 1 hour and a half is going to be a nice work, and 30 minutes repair is very fast. But it's possible to do the DF in 30 minutes. But mechanics and technicians take their time sometimes. But 2 hours will be the average time. Then it's gonna be a good repair anyway. So you go there. You have 2 hours to replace that. You replace the DF pump, which is underneath, and once you do that, you have to start the truck, and then you have to come over here to this after treatment here, and then go to this ADS cell check, and then we have to do test over here to see if the pump is building power. I mean, building pressure. So once the pump is building pressure, we know then the pump is working with enough pressure and everything. So now we have to close this, and then we have to come to the DPF, and we have to do a region. And once we're done with the region, then we have to go to the SCR system and do the efficiency test. And once this pass, then we're gonna have the code completely clear. But if for some reason the code doesn't clear, you have to repeat the process, or you have to find what is the situation. For example, I want to start the truck right now. Let me see. It's no one there. Okay. Uh, Let me double check it. I don't want to do it. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, let's start this truck. So once I start the truck, so now the truck is running. You can see this one is green now. This one is still red because it's not active. But we have the pressures here. See, this is the numbers. This right here. This is the way it's working. So this number got to match this one. This number in here. This number is right is fine too. So all these things you have to check when you are working. So this is how you want to be a good mechanic, a good technician. Then you have to pay attention to all these details. So what is funny about being a good mechanic, a good technician, is that nothing in this computer tells you that this is wrong. There is no code. There is nothing that tells you, hey, you know what, you have this problem. So you have to find it on your own. That's the reason why you have to be 100% conscious on what you're doing and inspecting all these components when you are preparing the truck. In this case, you can see the emission sensor already is working. This is the intake. It's at 200, but this one, see, is at 1650. So this one is the way it's gonna work. So don't worry if you see this one is normal, because the temperature, it hasn't reached the temperature, operational temperature. So we have to wire the engine up in order to get this one. So the only way to wire the engine up to make this one work is to either make the truck run or do a regen, and then we have to increase the temperature. And once the temperature gets to a specific number, this one right here is going to start working. I think that is a lot of information. Yeah, but here, and here is what I say when you need to have the experience, you need to know what you're doing, and you need to have it in your brain, not in a phone, not in a paper, nothing like that. You need to have it here, because uh, I don't need to look at something. I don't need to do anything to actually prepare this truck. I just need to know what fault code I get, and depending on the fault code I'm getting, that is the type of repair I'm gonna do. So, and that is the hardest part, because once we get a fault code, the first thing we do most of the time Um, the first thing we do most of the time when we do a fault code is like investigate. Well, oh, it's normal, right? It's normal. Go to YouTube, go to Google, go to something to get information. What's the fault? The
How
fault code.
long does this take to
This,
learn? Yeah, to learn all this, how long would it take a person to learn
um,
it?
um, if you wanna, I don't see for each this varies. So for each this varies. So like for example, for me, I have been working on problems like this for around more than 10 years. I've been working on trucks since I was 17. Hold on. Páselo, páselo para allá. That is a 2023 truck for a oil change. When I do a video of talking about it, it changes a little for 2023s. Okay, so it depends. It varies. So for me, I've been working for on emission systems. I've been working over 10 years now. But for you, it can be less or can be more depending on the ability to learn. So it varies. Some people can learn really fast. Some other people take a little more time to learn. Other question?
Mm, yeah, I'm trying to go back to other comments because I didn't get to them. Can I be a mechanic without going to school?
Yes, you can. Yeah, if you want to be a mechanic without going to school, it's possible. But one thing I'm telling you is then if you are able to go to school, it's good. Then, if, then you go because you're gonna get the certifications. And I'm telling you, some mechanics, some young mechanics, and some people then go to school don't know anything about repairing a truck. I'm telling you, I've been talking to these people, and they don't know anything, but they have the diploma or whatever they call it. So they have that, and that is important. So if you have the experience and you have uh, the certification, it's better, always better.
The 2000 trick with yeah, just wants to run over the road.
What? Let me see.
That's what he said. But he added that.
This
Is it better
is
to buy a 1998 truck and get an overhaul to run it over the road?
yeah. Hold on.
And you know,
No. ¿Qué, perrito? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Y el Mike? G. Live video, G. Ah,
Pásale.
¿y Napoleón? Hey, G, Joy. ¿Qué pasó? ¿O para cuál? ¿Las aquellas? Ah, sí, sí, estoy. Pues eso es lo que... Está mudo. Se quedó mudo, ¿eh? Sí, no, pues está bien, es un buen precio. Hey, good. Okay, that truck isn't ready yet, so...
Oh, it's okay. You can talk with them.
Okay,
Drop and lock.
yes, I locked it.
Thank you.
Alright, alright, so, okay, okay. So, I wanna show you some of the difference now that I'm live.
oh wait,
Yeah,
yeah, hold on.
it is bad,
I
man.
don't know if that's true at all.
See, hear me. Can you hear?
Oh, it is crackling.
See?
I don't know why.
Okay, probably it's because let's go over there. Let's see. Probably it's because it's the area. Now,
It's better now.
Oh, then it's so just because I am there.
Why?
I don't know. That's the reason you remember we were there the other day in
Are
start.
you connected to Wi-Fi or something?
No, I'm not connected to Wi-Fi.
Walk back over there? What?
Yeah.
No, I never.
How it sound? Sound the same way? Yeah. How it sound? It sounds the same way.
Oh yeah, the track window.
Okay. Let me get the truck. Come on. Let's go to the truck.
Yeah,
I know for sure you won't hear me pretty well.
Oh, it sounds fine, but you can hear you.
Okay. So I'm gonna get this truck over there, and then I'm gonna show you the difference on the 2023 engine. Yes, I'm sorry. Sorry. Come on. I have no idea. Okay, go to the other side. This truck has 41,000 miles.
Still brand new.
Okay, I'm sorry. The sound, still sound the same. I have no idea why.
Supposedly, when you grab the mic, it got better. But I think it's when we walk over there.
Yeah, probably I have some static there.
Now it sounds better over here.
That sounds better.
It sounds better over
Yeah,
here.
but you can hear it now.
Yeah, it sounds better over here. It's as soon as we pass that line over there,
I
it
think
starts crackling.
I think we are in Mexico.
It does not want to work in that area over there. It's interfering with some type of audio frequency over there. That's so weird. I have never experienced that.
Yeah, I
something
know.
like that.
I hate automatic trucks. Yeah, you cannot actually calculate the movement of the truck, but I mean, it's whatever. I mean, that's the new technology we're getting. So we have to deal with it, you know?
So this truck's going in for oil change?
Yeah, freeze oil change.
Okay, first oil change. First oil change at 49,000 miles?
41,000.
41,000 miles.
I mean, 41,000 miles to me seems like a lot of miles. So,
What is recommended to change your oils every mileage?
like, I would say 25,000 the most.
Every 25,000?
Yeah, the most. That's the most. Right. When I check this engine, so you guys can see the difference versus older versions, older DD15 engines. You're gonna see it looks a little different. Open there. Come on.
I can't get
All
it.
that
I'm
muscle.
holding the camera.
All that muscle.
Alright, you go.
Alright. So 2023 Cascadia. Some difference, I mean, on the engine. This filter is being on Cascadia for a while now, from 2018 and up. Power steering is the same. Um, Steering gearbox pretty much the same, changes a little. But the major difference are the oil module is different. See, this one is way different, and the thermostat is that one looks way different than the regular thermostat on the older D15 engines. Fuel module is a little different, not that much. The intake manifold is different. You can see the difference. Um, it is more hoses. See, they got rid of the blue hose and goes here, so now we have a regular hose. And yeah, this hose too. So changes a lot from a 2020 a 2023 changes a lot. So it's not the same truck at all. Engine in this case. The good benefit on this, get closer here, is then we have more room for the compressor. The compressor has more room. The fuel pump has more room. So there's more room here to actually manipulate the exit of the fuel pump of the compressor. If in this case we need to remove them, that's one of the benefits I see on this chassis and this engine. Um, then if you go to the other side, this is pretty similar to all these Cascadias. This doesn't vary, but the EGR is this one, and the actuator. This is the EGR actuator, and the EGR is integrated to the exhaust manifold. So the exhaust manifold in this Y right here, there is a Y. That Y has the valve opens and closes in here. This one are for cooling. This one has cooling to the EGR. This one over here. Coolant line for the EGR turbo bigger than the older version, but the turbine here is smaller. So that means that this is for flow, but the pressure here means that it's gonna request less power to create more pressure here. But it doesn't have a turbo actuator anymore. The wastegate actuator they used to be here for the other catalyst is no longer here, and we have more room for the starter, the same location for the crankcase filter, and yeah, I mean, like, of course, the internal components are going to be a little different. That is something that you have to keep in mind. Knowing that all these components, the exterior components are different, the interior, yeah, here. Okay, let me, probably it is just because, let me go. What about here? Something? Oh, same way? Yeah, I have no idea why. From close, we're here. Now, still same. Still same. No, I don't think so. Still same? Okay, remove that.
Get rid of that.
Okay. Now?
Gone.
Yeah. Is the
We'll just go off of the phone.
But I have to be closer to it. But
Yeah.
anyway, I already got most of the details, so that
I
was.
can hear you pretty good. You sound good even though if
How
you're a
does
little.
it sounds still like
Sounds good.
here?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, let's just use the phone. Yeah.
Okay. So that was a 2022 truck. There is difference on Cascadias, on regular Cascadias. I mean, all the Cascadias. But that's the new truck thing we will have to see from now on. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you that. So, here it is the last, I mean, the first video, the video of the month of March. And as I say, I was going to do a live video every month. So, talking about different things here and there. But if you wanna be a good mechanic, a good technician, don't get frustrated, don't get annoyed, and you are not that good. Just eventually you're gonna be able to be. So it takes years to understand a problem, and if you don't fix a problem the first time, probably you're gonna be able to fix it the next time. So that's how everything works. We are not um, learn with experience. We have to understand how to get it, and eventually we all gonna be good. And also it's very important that if you have experience, don't let your experience go to your brain. I mean, to cloud your brain, because if you are a good mechanic and suddenly you start thinking that you are good and all that, and you start bragging that you're good, probably you're gonna fail eventually. So don't brag that. Be humble as a mechanic, and that will help you out to be a good one. But anyway, this is the live video. What's the time count?
We're at 45 minutes.
Oh, still, oh my god. I'm planning to do for 1 hour, but well,
I can walk around the shop.
yes. The microphone sucks, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably this
Let me turn
adapter.
it off, and it seems like it's very hard to go in the shop and be talking. Turn the one off and plug it back in and see if it works.
Oh yeah, you want to give it a try?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it maybe might be this adapter. Maybe
Right,
get a
it
new
is.
one. Maybe get a new one, and then maybe it'll be fine.
Probably also
Because it's like interfering for some reason. All right, I'm gonna plug it back in. I'll just wait for you to go online.
because to go into the shop I need that.
Okay, you're online. Here, and plug it in. Here, hold on. Just messing with the audio test. Trying to see if we can fix the problem.
Microphone sucks.
Oh, need to get a new one.
No, this one works.
No,
well.
not this. Yeah, that's
No, I
fine.
mean, okay, this one works well with a regular.
Yeah, with the
video,
camera. Yeah,
but
yeah,
with,
it's fine.
with
I
the-
feel like it's just adapters. That's why.
when they go live, it's when they start messing. Well, too bad.
Can you please
Anyway,
ask about the code? Yeah, every time and again.
What?
I don't know if he put a question. He says, "Can you please ask about the code I get every time and again? Dehydrates my truck 25%, SPN 3660, FMI 3. Thanks."
36.
I don't know. Maybe he put a comment earlier. I need to see if he put a comment earlier. See, can you please ask about?
SPN 3660. Okay, let me see your phone.
Maybe.
Go to Google because I don't know that code.
Oh, it's a code here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess he put a comment earlier. I wasn't paying attention.
Just unlock it. I don't know how to unlock this iPhone.
Oh, here, my bad.
Go to Google.
Yeah.
3660.
Yeah.
SPN 3660. What's the rest of it?
Oh, 3660,
Yeah, what else?
FMI 3.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're getting this fault code. The fault code that you're getting, the 3660, is talking about injector number 2. The amplifier, the needle. So come on, let's go. I will show you that.
Yeah, he did put some too in there. I have a 2015 Castadia With a DD15, I get code every once in a while for injector 2, actuator 2, something, yeah.
Come on.
So, alright, yeah, we'll go to that.
Yeah, I know what I. For that, we need something to explain you. For that, I need something to explain you, to explain what is the issue. So, we need an injector. So, let's grab an injector so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, here is a broken DD15 injector. So the injector has 2 pins here and there. So 4 pins in total. 2 pins are for the amplifier and 2 pins are for the needle. The amplifier is what makes the injector timing. So and the amount of fuel is going to inject. The needle is pretty much the point, the injection port of the injector. So the needle is the one that opens and closes, and the amplifier is the one that determines how much fuel and how long it has to stay open and the timing. So it's kind of like a beat tech for Hondas. So that's I can say, I don't know if you know that, but anyway, it is timing advance, timing retard, depending on the need. So that's the reason why you have 4 pins over here. One is ground, the other one is signal, one is ground, the other one is signal. So for that, we need this harness. This is a wiring harness that connects to these ones right here. It connects to the pins in this way, like that. So if, let's say, if you get in that problem here and there, you replace the injector. You already replaced the injector and the problem is still the same. Okay, you have to replace your wiring. This is the injector wiring that goes inside the engine. So eventually it goes bad. But if you replace the wiring and the problem is still coming on your dashboard, replace the engine harness. And if you don't know what the engine harness is, it's that one there. This is the engine harness. So this is the engine harness. For a Cascadia, this one is cut, but whatever. This is a engine harness, and you have to replace this to make it work. If this, you replace the engine harness. If you replace the engine harness, the injector harness, and the injector, and still you're in the same problem, well, you have to replace the ECU, the NCM. This. So it is a bit tricky to repair a problem like that, depending on the repairs you have done. I'm not saying do this, do that, because depending on what repairs you have done is the type of repair you have to do. If you have if you did a replacement, an injector replacement, a harness replacement, injector replacement, and whatever else replacement, okay, probably the ECU. Sometimes the ECU go bad. It's very rare, but it happens. And there is no sign of damage anywhere, but they go damaged internally. That could be the solution to the problem, but depending, you have to investigate your problem a little more. So, as I say, depending on that. Ah, sí. Ah, ok. Lo trae el Harry, ¿va?
Sí, sí.
Ok, ahí.
Sí. Okay.
He said, when it comes on and sometimes I stop for a break and turn off the truck, it goes away.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably it could be wiring. Could be wiring. So that could be wiring, and that could be the reason why your truck is failing.
Okay, so this Samuel is, I'm planning to do the split pin for DT12 transmission. Can it be done without removing the whole assembly valve?
Not possible. If you're trying to replace a DT12 split pin transmission, not possible. Transmission has to come out. Actually, If you wait, let me see, 1, 2, 3 weeks, about 3 weeks, I will have a video showing the whole process on how to replace a split pin on a digital transmission. If you can wait, if not, well, just go ahead.
Oh, we have that one video, huh?
Yes, I
Oh,
have
okay, I
that.
remember that.
Yes, I'm going. I have that video ready. I need to post it, but it will be in 3 weeks, something like that. What else?
Yeah. Juan just said, truly appreciate your time. That's pretty much it. I'm trying to see if there's other older comments. I didn't get to them because I was distracted by everybody. Let's see. Yeah, if you guys have any more comments, put it below.
Yeah, because I'm about.
Yeah,
to
we're
video.
done.
It's
Yeah.
about to be launched. What time is it?
It's
Or what time the video is being running? I mean,
55 minutes, so we're about to be ending this.
what, 55?
Yeah, 55 minutes.
Oh.
So about to be an hour.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
I'm
12:49. Lunchtime, man.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry now. I'm hungry now.
Everybody's hungry. Look, nobody's working. Look at them. There you
Chicken.
go.
Beef.
They're all thinking about lunch right now. That's on
Hamburger.
that's on their mind right now. Is
Hot
food.
dog.
They're all like food. It's getting a little quiet around here.
Alright, so I guess I was gonna finish the video, and this will be all for the live video of this month. Next month I will, of course, do something different. But if you want me to do a video just the way I did this one, I can do it. Or explaining more things about how to work on computers too, I can do it. The thing is, like, if you wanna be good in computers, it doesn't take 1 hour to learn it. So it can be around like 10 to 15 hours just to explain just one problem. But at least I can do the best I can to explain little details here and there, so you guys can understand more. Even though then I do videos and explain problems, still I don't apply all the knowledge I have because it will make this video too long. I just give you the basics on how to repair a truck, and the rest is on you because that's your experience. So don't put it on me. If you cannot fix your truck, it's because you don't have the experience probably. So, well, that's it.
Can you comment on using black, what, Duracell?
Good.
Are you saying diesel?
Yeah, this.
Oh, diesel on
Black.
yeah, black diesel on
You can
commercial engines.
Black diesel.
I don't know.
Don't know about black diesel, to be honest. I mean, I know that there is dark diesel, like it's kind of black because it looks dark. But seeing black diesel, not really. Well, I mean,
Black diesel is used engine oil.
oh, using engine oil. Okay, now that's a good. Well, I have no experience on that, so I will. I will not have a comment on that because I have no tested it yet and see results on it. But as I know, diesel is oil, and engine oil is pretty much diesel mixed with oil, so it's gonna work. But injectors and fuel pumps are meant to work with a specific amount of viscosity, so use engine oil or black diesel can be a little rough on those components.
Peterbilt 579 traction control abs turn on every time it gets wet. Abs sensor all new. Any idea?
That is a very tough repair, not because it's impossible to fix it, because we need to see what kind of problem you're getting. Because if you are going on a road and every time the road is wet, only when it's wet, the traction control lights come on, that means then, or either one of the axle is spinning for some reason, or there is signal that is missing because of water. So water goes inside as a sensor or a harness or something. So it depends, but that's what I can think just based on what you're saying.
That's pretty much it. Everybody said thank you.
Alright, cool. So let me go to lunch.
Yeah.
All
right. Later, guys. Walk around the shop real quick.
Ah, ya la cadena lleva.
Yo. What's up, buddy? What up? All right, later, everybody. Everybody's going to lunch. Yeah, I'm about to end it right now, though.
And next time you're gonna bring the boom mic, and that's